that. Wolf, she's a hiker. Which, those are the bad guys, but she's the good bad guys. 'Cause, okay. Alright. So, let me get some things up. So, we have two, like, the hikers are kind of, separated here. We have the good hikers under the bad guy. So Arkadelt, he may or may not be related to Arcade in a certain way. He may or may not be. And he is like the patron saint of the Saint X. Oh my god. So let's just get Joy to represent the Saint X. Or the Saints, for short. But the thing is, the Saints act as like a non-profit organization under the United States. So it's like, it's kind of like how the Legion originated from the followers, right? It's like, they're related, but they're, you know, but you know what I'm trying to say. I don't really have a very eloquent way of putting it. Arcade's ninth cousin, thrice removed? Closer than that. Closer than that. This is like a huge lore bombshell how Arkadelt is related to Arcade. Oh god, the Arcades in the back are moving, they're shuffling around. Oh shit. And then there's like the bad hikers. And they fucking hate the Saints because they're technophobic and medical phobic and they fucking hate Arkadelt. But the Kingy, he can't just get rid of Arkadelt. Because Arkadelt is a fucking saint. The people fucking love him! So he can't just like de-saint him, he can't just remove Arkadelt, he can't kill Arkadelt. And he can't do anything to the Saints, because then Arkadelt will be very displeased. So, It's a nice conundrum. Ooh. Ooh. You know, one thing I love about short hair, it makes for some killer-ass head scritches. Oh my god. Oh. Yes. In fact, Joy, Ricky, and Arkadelt are all related in some way. They're not genetically related. They're not related by blood. But there's a huge lore reason how they are all connected. Beautiful? You know, I see it. Julie is beautiful. Yeah, I could definitely see that. They all wear glasses. That too. It runs a little bit deeper than that. It's not anything you'd be able to guess. But their connection runs deep. Shit, I don't know, Wolf? She does kind of look vivacious. I love that word. With her fucking anime eyes. They all have ultra precision optical lenses. Oh my god. How did you know? They all descended from the spirit of atomic war. Okay, do you guys want to hear like my crackhead Do you guys want lore? Do you wanna... You wanna hear loresies? And this is like actually crackhead. Like, this is gonna be some of the craziest, like, off-the-walls shit you've ever heard. Okay, hold on. Alright. We have entered into lore mode. I repeat, lore mode. Okay. So reincarnation is a huge theme in the lore. So let me get Joy. This is not arcade, by the way. I know he looks like arcade, but I promise, I assure you, yeah, Caveman Johnson knows about the nuke I'm about to drop. Yes, Ricky-san. Oh god, there's two of them! Ricky. Here, let's get another picture of Ricky. Yeah, that's arcade if you got him off of Wish. And let's get like a good picture of Arcadel. Fallout says that. Arcade's like, actually, no, don't drop a nuke. That would be very bad. Okay. Let me put them in order here. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's temporarily turn off all of the arcades. There we go. Alright, the arcades have been turned off. Wait, do my sound effects work again? Or are they still broken? Fuck. No. Well, at least I can't hear them. You guys probably can. Yeah, we had to get rid of all of the genuine arcades to make room for the synthetic arcades. Okay. So they are in this order. So first of all, we have Ricky. What's Ricky's deal? He was born in the year 1933. And in the year 1955, when he was 22 years old, he was snatched away and placed into cryogenic stasis. I'm gonna get into why this is a bit of a misnomer. But we'll call it cryogenic stasis for now. Put like 2 quotes around that. You can't either? Fuck! I'll fix it later. 500 years pass. The year we're in the 25th century now, bitch. The year is now 2455. And Ricky wakes up. He's like, oh god, oh. Oh, jeez. So, he's having a bad time. Our second specimen is the Warlord Arcadel, also known as Lord Gabriel. Oh, right, I should say their full names. So this is not just Ricky, but Richard Michael Sherry. Keep the middle name in mind, Michael. Arcadel, he's known in the States as Lord Gabriel, and he's also known as Sankt Invitnith, Arcadius, but we're gonna call him Arcadel. That's what he mostly goes by, that's what most of the characters call him. And then finally, we have Dr. Joy St. Ick of Carthage. Don't call him Joystick, he fucking hates that. But his birth name was Israfil. Now, what does Israfil kind of sound like? Israel. But, okay, but what's the significance of his birth name being Israfil? Well, Israfil is the Islamic version of Raphael. Raphael, Gabriel, and Michael. What are those 3 names? Those are the archangels. Arc, like from arcade? Oh my god. So, so I was talking earlier about how all of these characters are, like, how I was talking about. Oh, Hazel! Hazel, I'm talking about lore. Oh shit! Oh, that's the right sound effect. How reincarnation is a huge theme, but yet all of these characters exist at the same time. So why did I bring up reincarnation? Do you remember how I said how Ricky was put into cryogenic stasis? Well, Ricky actually died like 3 days after he was put into stasis. What was really happening was that his body was constantly being, like, reborn. Like, not reborn, but, like, it's like being remade, like, constantly. Like, the cells are constantly, like, rejuvenating. So, like, his body died, meaning that his soul left his body. Like, his consciousness is intact. But Ricky died. So he's a post-human now. He's not human anymore. Oh! So, where did Ricky's soul go? Well, that's our next person here. Ricky got reincarnated. That sounded better in my head. As Arcadel. Now, what's so important about Arcadel? Well, Arcadel is a practitioner of medicine. He came from the West, the deep West, from the heart of the High Acre, aka Nevada, Arizona, Utah. He used to be a researcher. His name is fucking Arcadel, for God's sake. He's extremely educated, he's an extreme intellectual, has a high appreciation for the arts. His coat of arms has a lot of symbolism of Dante, and features him fleeing from the west to the east. Huh. Now, let's like take a look at Arcadel's design and make a few observations. He's wearing a lab coat as a sort of scarf. The sleeves are meant to represent the wings of an angel, because he's revered as a holy spirit. His mask has the horns of a bull, plus the skull of a wolf, which wolves are aligned with Rome, and there's like wolf symbolism in Dante. He's got a bunch of glasses. Oh god, he's got pubes hanging out. He's got a bunch of glasses hanging around his skirt. What could that possibly mean? He's got a lot of chains and shackles. He's got a slave collar under his scarf. What could possibly be going on with Arcadel? I don't know. And if we're looking at the all-worst case scenario for Vegas, it's like, oh, the Legion marched on Vegas. But what happened to Arcade? That's weird. What could have possibly happened to our boy Arcade? I don't know. Maybe he's not related to Arcadel at all. Maybe it's just all a huge coincidence. I don't know. But Arcadel, when the hikers marched on Vegas in the late 23rd century, he lost his soul. He died. But yet he's a post-human. Like, he's still alive. But he just lost his soul. So then his soul reincarnated again as Joy. And Joy looks very similar to someone we know. But it could all just be a coincidence, of course. Yeah, that's it. It's all just a coincidence. Oh, I need to do a little stretch. Yes, they're all Sly Cooper. You did it. You figured it out. Oh, jeez. Let me, reboot LB and see if that fixes my problem. No! Damn it. Arcade's all gagged up again. He's in the basement, trying to scream. Oh, that's good. There's way more. There's way more to the crackpot theory. Like, I guess it's not really a theory, but the crackpot world building I put up. Especially since this page exists. And this is supposed to be right after Abgadel, like, went on his little soapbox about what happened in Vegas, while one of his previous literally, his past reincarnation is scared to shit about it. He's like, oh, Ulysses, hold me. Ulysses. God, Ricky. I might be getting a little bit too much into character, but Ricky's really cute. Ricky-san. Oh. Dude, I want a scared young man to hold me for comfort. Oh, right, my reference picture. I'm like, what did I come here to do? It wasn't to fuck bitches, for once. Here we go. God, River looks so cool. I know, Ricky's a cute nerd, but he's still a little bitch. Dude, Ricky is a dickhead. Ricky is a dickie. I need to redraw this page and make it like 2 pages. But I decided to do a quick sketch out the other day. There's like 0 compositional thought I put into this. So Ricky goes, he's like, oh, the Saints, they're so nice and epic. I want to see if I can join up. And he's not like buddy with Joy, but he's like, oh, you know, I know Joy, we're cool. I'm gonna talk to Joy and see if I can join up. Whatever. Sippy. And he talks to Joy, and Joy is like, actually, you know, Ricky's a libertarian, the Saints are like lib-left, so kind of opposing ideologies, and Ricky just isn't having it. He's like, that's stupid, I fucking hate it, I want to keep my money, I worked very hard, you know, I'm a 50s man, I do not appreciate your communism. And Joy hits him with the oh my god. He hits him with the, you sound like a jerk, and a selfish one. Oh my god. Fucking destroyed. You aren't welcome here. Oh my god. Joy. But, when I do redraw it, I'm keeping this pose. Joy looks like a cute son of a bitch when he's posing like that. Libertarians destroyed! Destroyed with evidence and logic. Oh, jeez. God, I just love this pose. I love him. I love Arcade. I love Joy. I want to hug him. I want to kiss him. Oh shit, speaking of... I need to turn on Arcade. No, not Ricky. Arcade. Bring him back. No. Bring back my fucking Arcade. God damn it. There we go. Okay, I can relax now. I turned on Arcade. He stabs him with the Richard. Wait. There's a lot of... Okay, actually, before I return to art, there's a lot of symbolism with the Trinity, or with triangles, or with the letter 3, like, things happening in groups of 3. So, Ulysses, in the first act, the first whole third of the story, which is in 3 parts, I gotta get... Fuck, I gotta get pictures here. Fuck! So there's 3 characters. Yeah, we gotta make sure that Arcade is constantly reacting to my content. You know, he's gotta be supportive of his streamer boyfriend. Sorry, streamer husband. We got married. That's why I was gone for so long. I was on my honeymoon with Senpai. Okay. Oh, fuck, I wasn't done yet. So there's... these 3 characters. And in order, I'll go over them. Whoa, gotta have River's boobies out. Yeah, it's like Evangelion Christian. It's not like Christian as in, God is cool. It's Christian as in, oh God, occultism is fucked. Oh, I was thinking about it earlier today, but I can hear Ricky say stuff like, Jesus on the cross! Like, he wouldn't be swearing, he would just say, like, really obtuse, really obtuse, oh God, Christian, sayings like that. Like, Jesus, Mother Mary in heaven! Meanwhile, someone's being, like, shot to death. Oh my god. Okay. So, this first... The bald guy is Ulysses, right here. That's our main protagonist. Your coffee! You use Z, they pronouns. Or is it C? You like drawing, writing, singing, voice acting? Glad to be vibing. Man, Coffee, you sound like a baller. Welcome on in. I'm talking about lore. Do you like lore? I was just talking about how significant triads were to my story that I'm writing. It's nice to meet you. You love lore? You're gonna fucking love it here. Okay, so the story's in 3 acts, and in the first act, Ulysses meets 3 characters. The first of which is Lytidia. And she's not called that because she has titties. Lytidia represents the color yellow in Ulysses' journey, right? Like, the first third of the story is called the yellow period, the second is the red period, and the third is the blue period. In the yellow period, Lytidia, she's the color yellow, and keep in mind, Lytidia means happiness. She is a true ally. She helps Ulysses get top surgery. She gets him tea, but it's like a Faustian deal because she's from a tribe called the Golden Eagles and they're rich as fuck. But the problem is that they're rich as fuck because they like to extort people. So it's like a vehicle to have Ulysses do quests and go out and explore the great, cool world of southwestern Missouri. Oh, shit! Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the danger zone. can see my cool alert. God damn it. Ricky! You're in the fucking way! Ricky! But Ulysses, like, it's not that, like, Tydia she puts Ulysses through all this because she's a transphobe. It's just that, you know, she likes money. Ulysses, he's just kind of like an obedient little dog. And on one of the quests that, like, Tydia sends Ulysses on, she sends River with him. Ooh, they got boobies. River is a third gender, Osa person. So, you know, here, let me just show their man boobies. Ooh la la. They're addicted to 200-year-old energy drinks. They love fucking. They love fighting. They're a communist. They're pretty cool, actually. Here's another picture of River. Their full name is River Company. This is River after they become, like, an elite communist soldier. And the communists use old repurposed band marching uniforms as their, like, attire, because I thought it was cool. So, Ulysses and River, they're going on quests, and it's like, okay, you know, River, they help Ulysses figure out, oh no, I'm gay! Because, like, Tydia and Ulysses were actually a couple for a while, and then Ulysses is like, I don't know if I like ladies. And like Tydia is like, oh, that's cool. So, you know, Ulysses is hanging out with River, and they come across this young gentleman who's been in stasis for 500 years. His name is Richard Michael Sherry. Just call him Ricky for short. He's a good Catholic boy who was just about to graduate before he got abducted by a secret society. Oh, crazy. So, you know, the gang, they're going on quests until, River, they get so fucking fed up with Ricky, because, mind you, Ricky, he already doesn't do that great under pressure, and he's not used to living in the post-apocalypse. And he gets stressed very easily. Like, he hates eating, like, 200-year-old, 500-year-old food. He doesn't like being dirty. He doesn't like having to fight for his life every single day. And River is like, actually, you know what? You're a fucking pussy. And River just, River just, like, fucks off, basically. So then these two are traveling throughout the lands. And they get romantically involved. Great sound. They get romantically involved with each other? Oh my fucking god. And Ricky, he actually helps Ulysses, because he's a chemist. Ricky was, like, studying at Springfield College. We'll come back to Springfield later. To study chemistry and, like, some laser shit. Let me get some other pictures of Ricky. Truth is, game was rigged from the start! Oh yeah, spoilers, by the way, about what happens to Ricky. Let's just crop that for right now. You know, he loves his lasers, he loves fucking. You know, he's you wouldn't know he was raised Catholic after he has this, like, little libertarian awakening. Let me get... Oh! Like, Tydia is covering another picture of Ricky. I'm starting to hoard... Oh, here's another picture of Ricky. He's kicking a mine. I don't know if that's a great idea. He's an explosives expert, too. So Ricky, you know, he seems like a nice young gentleman. You know, that's great and everything. But one thing that you'll find out in the yellow period is that just because someone seems nice does not mean that they do not have ulterior motives. Verbal sound effects. So Ricky, he starts making money, a lot of money, making drugs and explosives, and the power kind of starts going to his head, especially because he has like, I'm gonna not make it a USB, I'll probably make it like some like fucking 50s mumbo jumbo sci-fi bullshit. That Ricky has like a special item that the main antagonist of the Yellow Period, Teddy Harrison. Ah yes. Wow, fuck. The characters have evolved a little bit since this. Here's old Teddy. I still need to redraw him. There's Lytadia. Yes, Ricky might be a little bit of a dickie. And Ricky starts... So Ulysses actually tried to collaborate with Teddy because Teddy actually shot Ulysses twice in the head. But now, you know, Teddy is starting to listen to Ulysses because, you know, Ulysses has Ricky, but Ricky... Uh-oh! He's starting to get more and more involved with Teddy, and he does some really fucked up stuff. I mean, like, actually really fucked up. Like, he starts getting everyone in Outer Joplin, which Joplin is now, Oh shit, you're... Oh my god! Pablo does... This is Pablo, by the way, our Jade Beak friend. Oh, can we show Coffee? Can we show them some of our Jade Beaks? If you got Jade Beaks, you have my full permission to spam them. Fuck. No, I want to use my channel emotes. Pablo is coming. Pablo. Ricky gets everyone in Outer Joplin addicted to fucking crack cocaine. Oops, I'm covering chat. He starts distributing explosives to some competitors of Teddy. So Teddy isn't like Mr. House. Mr. House is like an over-presiding like entity over... Sorry, Mr. House is an over-presiding entity over Vegas, or at least the Strip, right? Teddy, he's like the situation on the Golden Belt, which is like the Strip. It's like the Vegas Strip. Imagine the Strip, but there's no house, and it's just the families. Teddy is one of the family. Like, he's one of the family heads, and he's trying to get everyone under his thumb. He wants to be the most influential person. The point of getting Ricky, the tech expert, you know, the big science dude, is that Teddy wants to be immortal. He wants to become like a robotic, like just like Mr. House. He wants to be immortal and robotic so he can regulate everything with complete and total control. And Ricky is his exact tool to do that. Another fucked up thing that Ricky does, hello Goblin, is that he kills all of the communists in Outer Joplin. One huge threat to the power of the Golden Belt in Joplin, or Diamond Plateau, is the communists. And the communists are like one of the only things like keeping everyone in check. Where's my communist picture? Enter River. Do you remember River? So River, they're a communist, right? They have been working with the communists of Diamond Plateau. So now we're at like a conundrum here. two of Ulysses' best friends. Let's get Lactitia out of the picture. Two of Ulysses' best friends. Fuck, where's Teddy? Where's Teddy? Teddy! Oh my god! Where? Oh, there you go. Okay, I'll move Teddy. So two of his best friends, Ricky, who he's currently dating, by the way. And mind you, Ricky is getting more and more. He's starting to get high on his own supply. So Ricky isn't in the best state of mind. And River, who has been becoming more and more controlling. I mean, not over Ulysses, but being a communist, they're like authoritarian. And so the fault of Ricky is that he's succumbed to the lust of wealth, while River has been succumbing to the lust of power. And it all culminates in Ricky killing... Oh my god! He kills River and genocides the entire communist, like, population of Diamond Plateau. Oh my god! And Ulysses was like, wow, that was fucked up. And he didn't know that Ricky was behind the communist genocide until he found River, and River was like, oh my god. You know, like, Ulysses is holding River, and River's like, oh, help me, oh god, please. And Ulysses is like, oh, what's happening? And he's like, oh, someone's killing all the communists. And Ulysses is like, yeah, I know, who? tell me, River. And then Ricky fucking guns down River. Oh my god. Like, right in front of Ulysses. And it's just like the sunset behind Ricky, and he's like smiling, he's got an AK-47, he's like, yeehaw! And Ulysses is like, wow, that's fucked up, Ricky. Wow, epic. Jesus Christ. So there comes a point where Ricky, he starts getting so fucked up that one day when he's making explosives, he has a little fucky wucky. Oopsie daisies. Oh, Ricky. Oh, my boy. My poor little baby boy. So he blows, if you don't understand what's happening in this image, he blows most of his fucking fingers off. And almost overdoses on blue spray paint. You know, he's fucking huffing it. And Ulysses is like, you know, I'm gonna take you to fucking rehab, Ricky. Ricky goes to rehab. So he goes and does his own thing, and he comes back, and he's like, oh, look, I got all my fingers put back on. That was so epic. And after a little bit of convincing, because Ricky, at the same time, he's been doing a lot of shitty stuff to Ulysses as well, like misgendering him, because Ricky, he's really struggling with his sexuality because he's from the 50s and doesn't want to accept the fact that he's at least a little attracted to men, and being that he's sexually involved with Ulysses, and Ulysses doesn't have a penis, it gets a little icky. Oh, Ricky is icky. He tells himself that he's not attracted to men, even though Ulysses is a man. But after a little while, Ulysses is like, okay, you know, after you fucking killed everyone and also overdosed on fucking blue spray paint and were a dick to me, I guess I forgive you. And the two go off into a field of flowers, and they're like, oh yay, we're all friends again, yay. Except that they're not, because someone put a hit on Ricky, and he got gunned down right in front of Ulysses. Oh, oh, shit. Oh, no. Ricky. So Ricky dies in Ulysses' arms, and he's like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, Ulysses, help. And he's got like 15 gunshots in his chest. So Ulysses is like trying desperately to like help Ricky. Obviously he fucking can't. Even if he were Mr. Arcade Israel Gannon, he wouldn't be able to fucking help Ricky. Ricky's last words were, I'm so scared. And then he dies. And, now he's out of the picture. So, Ulysses lost 2 of his best friends. Now he's alone. All again. Oh no. That's so sad. And in the wake of Ricky dying, Ulysses gets a little plush. It's a Play-Doh. It's a Play-Doh the Parasaurolophus TM plush. And he takes Ricky's glasses and fucking stuffs it in the plush. And there's some symbolism here too with Arcade, because Play-Doh could be like a preacher of a perfect utopic society. To be an Arcadian is, related to that, but Ulysses twists the meaning and gives it like an Epicurean sort of name, like cabinet, as in an arcade cabinet, because Ricky loved going to the arcade because he was a chronic video game addict. Anyway, so he gets cabinet to kind of cope with the sudden loss of Ricky, and without anything else to do. And mind you, let's get Lytidia back. And Ulysses is not on great terms with Lytidia at the end, or after Ricky helps Ulysses learn how to make testosterone, because Lytidia was kind of using Ulysses as a cash cow. But since Ulysses didn't have any reason to go on ball-busting missions for Lytidia, well, he's not gonna fucking do that. So it's heavily implied that either Lytidia or Teddy put a hit on Ricky. It's implied. So he doesn't have any friends anymore. So what do you do? I mean, he has Teddy, right? What does Teddy think? The main antagonist of the Yellow period. Teddy is like, everything that Ricky could have done, you kind of inherited, and I cannot steal that sort of wealth from you because there's no honor in it, or something. I still gotta come up with a great reason. Just suspend your disbelief a little bit. So now, at this stage, at the very end of the Yellow period, Ulysses has the same power that the Courier has in New Vegas. Like, he is now straight up the dude with the power. Fucking people know who Ulysses is, and they know that he can change the fate of. Oh, by the way, did I say that there was a war going on? I should have mentioned that. It's the United States of America versus the hikers, or the people of the Kingdom of the High Acre. But because we're in the Midwest and it's easier to say hiker, just call them hikers. The hikers, they're furries, and they're like the Legion, while the United States is like the Union from the Civil War. I was originally gonna have like a whole Confederates versus the Union, and then like they're both fighting the hikers, and then the fucking hikers killed all the Confederates, and I'm like, how would the Confederates still be around today to be fighting the Union? And then the fucking hikers have their own civil war going on, and I'm like, that's too much. Just have the Confederates die out, and it's just the U.S. now. But the Confederates are still fucking pissed. So now we have entered the second whole act of the story. I haven't really thought too deeply about this yet. I've been thinking mostly about the first and the third and the end and the beginning, but just not the middle bits. But there's a couple of characters we meet. Let me get the better picture of Ethelwulf. We have Ethelwulf. There's two characters that we meet. Actually, a few more, but just to try and keep it simple. These are the two main characters that Ulysses meets. So first, Ulysses meets an old Confederate war veteran named I almost said Marcus. Marcus. The English version of Marcus. This is Marcus with a straight R sound. Marcus. And he's like, oh, I can't be gay. But Ulysses is like, oh, but you can be gay in secret. And he's like, damn, shorty, you right. So then they start a relationship. But things go south when Marcus... He used to have a different name, that's why I'm hesitating. So Marcus, he finds out that Ulysses is trans and fucking roasts him. He's like, oh my god, how could you be so deceiving of me? Oh my god, I hate you. You're a monster. Oh my god. And Ulysses, understandably, is very upset about Marcus saying that. Ulysses was kind of clinging on to Marcus because, mind you, he just lost all of his friends, and he was, just excited to find love again, and just got fucking destroyed. Like, he wanted to try... It's kind of like if you were playing New Vegas and did some quests for House, but got curious about what the NCR and the Legion was up to. That's what's happening in the second act. Ulysses is just trying to see, like, what's the USA up to? What are the hikers about? Because Ulysses met a little bit of the hikers. He met Arkadelt. I love rolling the R. He met Arkadelt in the Yellow Period. But didn't get too acquainted with Arkadelt. So Ulysses is kind of like, wow, the USA kind of sucks. Oh, there's also a character named Georgia that he meets. I'm thinking about having him meet her in the Yellow Period, at least briefly, to set her up. She's kind of like Boone. She's very traumatized, she's a war veteran. And she's mute, but she's cool. She loves music. She does kind of look like Joshua Graham. Joshua Graham, but if he were a Muslim instead of a Mormon. I wish I could be secretive about my plot lines, but people like to get me talk, and there's nothing I would rather do than talk about my fucking lore. Oh my god. You want me to talk about my lore? Just tell me. I'll tell you fucking everything you want. I won't stop. So, enter Ethelwulf. Ethelwulf, we met Ethelwulf in the Yellow Period. It was, I forgot to bring it up, but on one of the quests that, Ricky and Ulysses had to go on, they had to go to Oklahoma, and there were hikers, and the hikers are like, rawr, XD, because they're furries. And Ethelwulf is a slave. But he's not just any slave. He's specifically an Arcadapor, which is a servant of Arkadel. And even more specifically, he's not just any Arkadibor. He is Dilectus. I think it's Dilectus Arkadibor, which means the most beloved slave, or most beloved servant of Arkadel. So this is basically like Arkadel's right-hand man. Excuse me. So, what's so important about Ethelwulf? Why does Ulysses want to hang out with Ethelwulf? Well, now Ulysses is kind of fucking with the hikers. He's like, shit! I mean, the hikers, being that they're an XP of the Legion, that they think slavery is cool, and they want to fucking kill everyone and crucify people, burn people alive. But, you know, Ulysses is fucking with it. You know, he's feeling... It's the red period, you know. It's the red period. It's called that for, well, more than one reason. So he's like, okay, I want to see if I can travel with Ethelwulf, because he seems cool, and he's really funny, and plays like 7 million instruments. And he doesn't seem like the typical hiker, you know? So, Ulysses manages to convince Arkadel to part with his most beloved of servants, for a price that will not be mentioned now. Not permanently. Ulysses is only leasing out, Arkadel is only leasing out. He's not selling Ethelwulf, because he's the Dilectus. To sell him would be priceless. So Ulysses is like, okay. But the thing is, Ethelwulf has no intention of returning from his rent. Unbeknownst to Arkadel, of course. Keep in mind, I want you guys to remember that, because Arkadel, when he finds out that his Dilectus is not coming back, makes him a little angry. And a guy, I don't think you want to be pissing off a guy that looks like this. You know, I don't think, and mind you, his name isn't just Arkadel. He's known as Arkadel the Butcher, Arkadel the Skullfucker, Arkadel the Sadistic, among other things. And he's not just called Skullfucker because it's like a Wild Western meme name. He earned that name. So, Ethelwulf and Ulysses travel in the wasteland. And Ulysses is not doing so hot mentally, you know? And Ethelwulf, he tells him that the fucking universe loves him, and he quotes Carl Sagan, and he's like, oh, you know, and he talks about, like, the vastness of the universe, and how, and he talks about dinosaurs, and Ulysses is like, whoa, that's so epic, and he becomes a bloomer. The dialogue and the character moments are a lot more nuanced than that, but I'm just giving you guys the cliff notes. So now Ulysses is a bloomer. Ethelwulf gets some trauma sorted out with his daughter. It's very sad. Enter in Georgia, and Ethelwulf, being a bard, right? He plays some music for Georgia, and Georgia has never heard like a live musician in her whole life. You know, and she loves music, so she's like, oh my god! But, you know, she's like mute, so she's doing stuff with her weird, fucked up monster hands. And the two fall in love. Oh my, they fall in love. Oh my god. And that's how the red period is coming to an end. You know, Ulysses got his anger issues sorted out. And he's thinking about heading back to Teddy, because he's like, well, I don't really want Joplin to become a slavery hub. The hikers are kind of cringe, you know? And the United States are also kind of cringe with their taxes and their fucking corrupt government and their democracy cringe. So he's like, okay, I think I'm gonna go for the house ending. And the red period concludes. Ethelwulf and Georgia, they're dancing, and Ulysses is like, oh my god, I'm so lonely. I need to find myself a hot nerd. Well, guess where that's going? Ulysses? Let's just call him Euless. Or Yuli. There's not a great short word. Well, Odie goes back to fucking... He goes back to Diamond Plateau, and uh-oh. It would be quite unfortunate if Ulysses in his love quest finds a hot nerd. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I like this entire time Ulysses is naked. I just imagine him like walking around wearing absolutely nothing. He's showing off his top scarf for everyone to see. He's just very proud of them. And the two do not hit it off at all very well. Can you draw Bob Ross? You gotta give me more points than that. Come on, that's not how this works. But what's up, Celery? I haven't seen you in a while. I guess you haven't had really a chance to see me. How's life been treating you? I took a quote-unquote vacation, but I'm back now. I'm talking about my lore. So, Ulysses, Odie and Joy, Ode to Joy. Oh, what? I need to write that down. Oh my god, I need to write that down. Oh my god, holy shit, oh my god. Oh my... Okay, anyway. Odie and Joy do not hit it off. Oh, they're looking at each other. Oh my god. I would do a lot of sinful things to have Arcade look at me. They do not hit it off well at all because so this is the blue period now, right? Like Joy represents the color blue. Ulysses just got through the yellow and the red period, so he's orange now. Orange and blue are complementary colors. And one thing that I want to point out now that we have introduced Joy, let's think back, all the way back to the first act of the story, the yellow period. We have Ulysses, we got, oh god, there's so many Rickies. Oh shit. Ricky, go away! Ricky! Ricky! Oh my god! You piece of shit, Ricky. Ricky the Dicky. We have Ulysses. Let's put them in order, actually. I can't separate them, but just pretend. We have Ulysses, Lytidia. I forgot to mention this, but I'll bring it up in a second. We have Ulysses, Lytidia, River, and Ricky. Thanks for the stream/lore. I hope you have a good night too, Mr. Matt. Thanks for coming on in. It's always a pleasure to see you, and thanks for carrying out your mom duties. Muchas gracias. Yeah, you don't need to see River's whole fucking feather. So this is like the gang. These are the main characters outside of Teddy. These are, you know, Ulysses' best friends from the yellow period. Now, here's a little thing. River kind of represents, like, the red period because they're a communist. And in the red, right, we get this character, Ethelwulf. And, you know, like, red is a huge part of their, like, design as well. Ricky wears a blue shirt, and he represents joy. Oh my, do you see where this is going? What do all three of these names mean? Lytidia, Felix, joy. They all mean happiness, and they all represent each of the primary colors. Lytidia is yellow, Ethelwulf is red, joy is blue. Oh my god, oh shit, it's all coming together. We'll get to these three later. Why that's so significant. Get out of here, Ricky. No one wants to think about you. But the nature of Ulysses and Joy's relationship... Okay, I need to get a body. Ulysses looks so weird. Yeah, let's dress him up like a hiker. Ooh, ooga booga. Look at those boobies. Oh my god, put on a shirt, Stinky. Yeah, there we go. Ulysses is still kind of fucking with the... Yeah, make him bigger too. Why? Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Shit, it doesn't quite... Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so, what was I talking about? I got so distracted, with Ulysses. Oh, right. They're just starting out the relationship. But the thing is, Ulysses is still kind of fucking with Teddy. He's like, oh, money! But through Joy, he learns, oh, maybe oppressing the town that already, is being oppressed to hell by money isn't the best thing. So Joy radicalizes him. Joy radicalizes Ulysses from a libertarian into a woke SJW. Oh my god. Well, spring cheese? I'm not gonna do all that. I'll just draw Bob Ross Russian squatting. Thank you. I'm almost done with my lore, I promise. Or at least the cliff notes of my lore. There's a lot I'm skipping over for brevity's sake. This isn't the tip of the iceberg. So then Joy and Ulysses are like, okay, how do we go about liberating Diamond Plateau from the USA, the hikers, and Teddy? So Ulysses confronts Teddy. He's like, stop selling drugs and let people have unions, because those are epic, because my doctor boyfriend told me so. And Teddy is like, hey Joy, did you know that Ulysses is trans? And Ulysses was keeping that from Joy, almost comically so. Because every single time he let that drop in the past, something bad happened. And Joy is like, oh my god, you're trans? And he's like, completely cool with it. He's like, yeah, I still love Ulysses. But Ulysses doesn't know that, and he fucking murders Teddy. And there's an altercation between Ulysses and Joy. Oh, I completely skipped over the Ringfield arc. Shit, okay, I skipped over some things. Going back to, the gang here. You know, mind you, these are supposed to represent all of Ulysses' friends, right? In almost a reincarnatory sort of way. Because again, reincarnation's a huge part of it. In the case of Joy, he's literally a reincarnation of Ricky. So, you know, Ulysses and Joy, after they're done questing in Joplin, they go meet Lytidia, like they go to the start of Ulysses' journey, Goodman, Missouri, and they meet Lytidia, and Lytidia's cool now. It's been like fucking 2.5 months. She's like, oh yeah, you know, Ulysses and I are best friends. Ulysses is like, okay. Sure, yeah, we are. No, they've worked out their problems since then. And there's like talk of art, and there's symbolism because Ricky, he would get high spraying blue spray paint on his face. And Ulysses always wanted to use blue paint while, you know, for his paintings, because he's an artist. He's definitely not a Gary Stu. This story is just not an ascended fan fiction of me and Arcade having a happy life together. It's not that. But he's like, oh, I always wanted blue paint. And Joy's like, oh, actually, I can just make blue pigment from my training as a doctor. It's like one of the most common types of medicine. While you're talking with Lytidia, I can just make blue paint for you. And Ulysses is like, oh my god, I love you so much. And Ulysses and Lytidia go hunting, and Lytidia's like, hey, does he know that you're trans? And Ulysses is like, no, don't tell him. And Lytidia's like, oh shit, he's gonna find out. What are you gonna do then, huh? I'm not gonna tell him. You have to tell him, Ulysses. You gotta tell him that you're trans. Ulysses is like, fuck you, bitch! No, he doesn't do that, but he's very defensive, right? Because he hasn't had a good experience, and he loves Joy so much. Because he was... One of the things... How he got... Okay, I should have talked to... Let's go back again. Flashback time. How Ulysses met Joy was that he fucking got stabbed in Joplin and had to go to the Saints. And Joy, he fucking fixed Ulysses up, but he looks like Ricky, and Ulysses fucking loved Ricky more than everything in the whole world. He's like, wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. So that's how the relationship started. And Joy knew who Ricky was, but he didn't know that Ulysses was involved with Ricky. And it gets brought up, and it's fucked when it does get brought up. Anyway, fast forward to the present again, which is actually in itself a flashback. Let's pretend it's not a flashback, that I didn't go further into the story than I meant to. Whatever. Anyway, Lytidia's like, oh my god, you're trans, so... Oh god. And Ulysses is like, fuck you! He's like, be toxic about it. They get back to the place, and Joy's like, oh, he's like fucking covered in blue shit. Oh yeah, Ricky fucking hated art. He did not support Ulysses as an artist. But Joy's like, oh, you know, I'm not an artist, but I think your art is so cool. Because they're hanging out in Ulysses' shack where he made a bunch of paintings when he was recovering from top surgery. And speaking of top surgery, Joy pointed out, this is, you know, like, Ulysses was changing, and Joy's like, actually, where did you get those scars? They're very symmetrical. And Ulysses is like, oh, I don't know, I got mauled by a Deathclaw XB, oh shit. But back to Joy making paint and being covered in fucking blue shit. There's a cute moment where Joy stamps his hand on Ulysses' face, and the blue hand symbolism will repeat a few times. It's like their thing. It's their symbol. So Lytidia fucks off, and then Ulysses paints a portrait of Joy using the new blue paint. And Joy, he has a lot of identity issues. It's like a red herring that he's trans, like he covers his body a lot. He doesn't like the mirror. He likes to keep himself clean shaven, which is weird because he's a part of the Saint X, who are ascetic and typically don't do things like shave or keep themselves well groomed. And it's like a constant red herring that Joy may also be trans. Which, no, he's completely cisgendered. But Joy looks at the portrait that Ulysses made of him, and he's like, oh my god. Like, for the first time ever, he's seen himself. Like, whenever Joy looks in a mirror, he just sees his dad, because he's been, throughout his entire childhood, he was constantly compared to his dad. But it's like, oh shit, you know, that's me! Oh, that's, holy shit, that's me! And then they meet, oh shit, oh god, there's two Joys. Oh fuck. Shit. There we go. there we go. And then they meet, Ethelwulf. And Joy's like, I don't know that, you were associating yourself with hikers. That's, not great. And Ulysses is like, oh no, chill, babe. He's cool. And Joy doesn't buy it at all. But it turns out Ethelwulf actually is cool. You know, he's a fucking rock star. So then they're all traveling a little bit together, and they go to Rainfield. Oh my god. Now, Rainfield is Springfield. That's where Ricky studied, and Ricky always wanted to go to Rainfield because that's where he studied. You know, he never got to graduate from college because he got abducted the day before he was supposed to graduate. So, what's happening? What's happening at Rainfield? Right a little bit before, sorry, again with the retroactive flashbacks. They're not actually flashbacking in the story, it's all set up normally. Remember this little dude, Cabinet? Well, you know how Ulysses kept Ricky's glasses? There's a point where the gang, they get into an altercation with an angel. It's actually called an Udra. It's like an Islamic angel. Abrahamic religious imagery. But the Udra is like an anxiety calming spirit. But it only works if you're human, and Joy isn't human. He's actually a shapeshifter spirit because he got enslaved and kidnapped, and then enslaved, and he got fucking skinned. It was horrible. That's a whole other story. I make it sound like it's casual. It's really not. But he's not human. Ulysses and Ethelwulf don't know that. They don't know that he's not human. But they get into an altercation with an Udra, and the Udra, like, fucking gangbangs Joy's mind. It, like, mind fucks him because he's not human. And they're like, oh no, what's wrong? And it's like a horrible scene, and Joy falls down, and there's angel cum everywhere. There's a lot of phallic imagery. It's horrible. And Joy breaks his glasses, and he's not doing so hot right now. Because the point of Joy's... I guess not the point. In the wasteland, glasses are a huge sign of wealth or great heritage. Because you can't just fucking find any old glasses or an optometrist in this part of the wasteland. So if you lose your glasses, you're kind of fucked. You know, you're kind of SOL. But luckily, Ulysses pulls out Ricky's glasses out of Cabinet. I mean, in this image, Cabinet's, like, backside is open. But it's like semi-sewn together before this. It's just... This is like after Ulysses, like, whoosh. And it's in... The glasses would be in Ricky's old glasses case, so it's not like just rubbing against the stuffing. And Joy's like, oh, cool. The prescription's a little high, but I can see again. Then they continue to Ringfield. And without getting into too much, I could spend like 2 hours just talking about what happens at Ringfield, but it's fucked. It's to give you like one of the points, like one of the story points that happens at Ringfield. Joy and Ulysses create a suicide pact. That's how bad Ringfield gets. But luckily they don't kill themselves. Yeah. God. It's fucked. It's... Oh, God. So after Ringfield, that's when Ulysses and Joy... Or, not Joy, but Ulysses is like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna talk to Teddy and tell him to stop selling so many dogs, cause those are bad and they're hurting the people of Joplin, and Joy told me that's bad. So now they're back in Joplin, and they confront Teddy, and that's when Teddy fucking swing! He pulls out the wild card and it's like, Ulysses is trans! Oh shit! And Joy doesn't care. He's just like, oh, okay, I still love Ulysses, whatever. But, again, Ulysses doesn't know that. So he fucking strangles Teddy fucking end of Evangelion style. God. And he gets really mad at Joy because he's just defensive, you know? He doesn't know that Joy, you know, the two just went through a lot with the Ringfield arc. But Joy is like, okay, I'm gonna just let Ulysses cool down for a couple of days and I'll come back. And he comes back and Ulysses has just disappeared. No one knows where Ulysses went. And Joy is like, okay, maybe Ulysses went to Goodman, you know, like where his home is. So he goes to Goodman, and let's get another picture. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Fuck. Why do I have so many Joys? No, what did I delete? What? No, just get rid of one of them. What? Oh, the on-room board crashed. No! Yes, get rid of this. So, let's... No, stop turning off arcade. I want you to turn off Ulysses. There we go. So, Joy, he goes to Goodman, and he talks to Lytidia, and he's like, hey, do you know where Ulysses is? And Lytidia's like, oh, last time I saw you, you dummies, you were going to Ringfield, the fucking liberal art school, Ringfield. And he's like, ah, shit, you wanna come with me and we can find Ulysses? And she's like, oh yeah, sure, I love Ulysses. Oh my god. And they go on an adventure, and they meet Felix, and mind you, here's the fucking gang, you know? Here's the fucking OGs. We got red, blue, and yellow. You know? It's like... It's everyone's in... It's all the happiness in Ulysses' life looking for Ulysses. They're trying to find our boy. And a couple of weeks pass, and they're like... Joy's like, man, I'm so sad that I can't find Ulysses. Oh, God, he gets so sad that he teleports about it. He's like, I can't find Ulysses. And he's so sad. So they just return to Joplin. And it turns out that, Ulysses is having like a fucking rock show concert there. So everyone in order, remember that it's all in triads, it's all in orders. They sneak into the venue, to talk to Ulysses, and Lytidia's like, oh my god, I heard that you were making a music show that is so epic. Oh wait, I need to turn Ulysses on. And Ulysses is like, yeah, that's so cool. I'm so glad to see you. And then Ethelwulf is like, oh my god, I love music. And Ulysses is like, oh, cool. And then Joy he's grooving up slowly. And Ulysses is like, oh shit. And mind you, during the time that Lytidia and Felix, or I should say Ethelwulf, Felix is kind of like his slave name. Ethelwulf had been traveling with Joy. They've been telling, Joy is like, why didn't Ulysses feel comfortable telling me that he was trans? You know, it's like, I love him. I don't care that he's trans. And they tell him about all the trauma that, you know, and bullshit that Ulysses had to deal with. And Joy, he was like putting together, when he found that out, he was like putting together all the puzzle pieces, like the top scars, Ulysses covering his crotch, Ulysses needing pads, Ulysses needing testosterone. It's like all sinking in, and Joy is like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I can't believe that I never pieced it together. So he's talking with Ulysses in the venue, and he learns that Ulysses wrote all of the pieces in the concert for Joy because he was so distraught over yelling at Joy. And they're like, oh my god, I love you. Oh, I love you too. And it's very romantic. And Joy makes a promise to Ulysses that he'll give Ulysses bottom surgery after the war, and it's very heartwarming, very romantic. And now we are in the end game. The hikers have been empowered, the US has been empowered, Diamond Plateau has a whole robot army. The outcome is not pretty. But at the very end, Diamond Plateau is independent. Oh my god. I'm not gonna give the specifics, but it's a relatively happy ending. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.